Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty. Whew, hopefully my washing machine is not too loud. So I'm gonna, you know what, let me shut my door because I have a feeling. If you know, my washing machine is right outside my room, which is kind of odd, I suppose, but like, it gets really loud. Okay, so hi. Hey! So my name is Jen, if you're new here, and I am a reseller on Poshmark and Mercari, and this video has been probably a little anticipated, and I forgot about it. Oops. So now I am coming back, and I feel like we're already a week into November, so some of this is a little premature, or not premature, just late. It's late. So I had said that my goal for October was to break my record. So my record has been like $500 or so a month, and I was like, I'm gonna go for $1,000. Well, I have news. I made $1,000. Yes, I made $1,000 selling on both platforms, Poshmark and Mercari combined. So I have some information here that I'm going to go over with you. I don't have anything to show you per se, but I'm going to at least give you some things that I sold and just tell you like where I sold it. Mostly the money is from Poshmark. Sales were just really good in October. I sold less by far in October, but my profiting was just so much higher. So I think that was really the big thing. You know, my average sales were between $22 and $25 an item, so that means my take-home profit was a lot bigger for me. The highest item I think I sold was $40, and I don't think I sold any, well, I take that back. I did sell one item for $10. No, I sold a couple items for $10. But all in all, I really made a larger profit. 22, 28, 25. So, and that, the one thing I want to say is, even though that's what I sold it for, obviously, you know, that's not exactly what I took home. So 20, 32, those are just, I'm just giving you some numbers. But I priced the things higher. I set myself up to give discounts, and I was able to make these profits. So my totals before Poshmark took all their money was $1,122. I gave $36 in shipping discounts, which is obviously on me. So I profited $847.80. So I would say that's a pretty darn good month. And considering I don't spend as much time as most people, I'm very pleased. As far as what sold, I sold a lot of cardigans, like tons of cardigans. I had a jean jacket that sold, mostly tops. Some pajamas sold as well. I didn't sell as many pair of jeans this month, which is kind of strange. I thought I did, but I really didn't. I sold sweaters, lots of sweaters. As far as brands, I will just give you some of the brands that I did sell. Victoria's Secret, and usually those are the items that I usually sell for lower. North Face, Vince Camuto, Lou & Grey, Vineyard Vines. I actually sold a couple Talbots pieces, which is actually surprising. But those are the big brands that I sold this month. Everything, surprisingly, was an offer to liker. So obviously that means you really should use that offer to liker. And I'm sorry I keep looking at my papers, but it's hard to remember everything without looking at my paper. So use that offer to likers feature, because obviously it works, and people will come back and they will either counter, and in some cases the counter is better than what I offered because they don't get that shipping discount, because I usually end up giving that shipping discount. The other thing you can do, which I really didn't know until my friend and I were discussing this, is you can put the item in a bundle for them, and then you can give them an offer in the bundle, and then you don't have to necessarily put the shipping discount. So that's another way around that shipping discount. Just consider that as well. Like I said, I really didn't know you could do that, but I tried it a few times now, and I'm like, ooh, this is great. It's fantastic. So I'm glad she told me about that, because it just means I don't have to give that $1.50 discount. So all in all, I almost hit my $900 mark on Poshmark, which is fantastic. So the rest of the money I made on Mercari. I sold $190 in 3 items, and that is great. I sold a bundle of wax, which profited me quite a bit of money. I also sold a couple of planner items, and I sold a few sweaters on Mercari as well that I did dual list, and it did pay off for me. So I am going to try to do some more dual listing, but it just takes a lot of time, and I just don't have a lot of time. So all in all, that was great. So 3 items, the $190, and then I made an additional $60 with some of those sweaters that I was just talking about. So that obviously put me at my $1,000, a little over, and I was really, really happy. This month, November, has not been as fabulous. We still have a lot to go in November, and I know that. But October just blew me away, and I was really able to sell. And I will tell you a couple things that I did in October differently than I've done in the past. I redid some of my photos, which definitely helped. I tried to at least share half of my closet every day, which for me is a struggle. I know that a lot of people share all the time, but I am really busy at work, or I'm busy at home when I'm working, so I don't have as much time to sit and share, or I'm being mom, or I'm doing 50,000 other things. So just to get that half a day closet sharing in was very helpful. I also tried to share a few other people's closets when I had the opportunity, and I followed some more people, and I have to say I hit the 25K mark recently. I can't give you status on that because I literally just hit it, but I'm hoping that will help improve my sales this month. I also shared to parties like nobody's business this past month. And I really noticed that I have a lot of the brands that are selling in the parties. So pay attention to the parties that are selling, or the items that are going on in the parties. And if you have those items, definitely share. I never had the items before, and now I do, so I definitely take advantage of that because it seems like that's when I start selling. I sell a lot of things early in the morning. I know a lot of people do their sales at night, but I never can make that 10 o'clock party because I'm usually in bed. Like tonight, I'm going to be in bed soon because I'm tired and I got to get up and go into the office tomorrow. But those are just some things I did a little bit differently than I did last month in September. Well, the month before. Sorry, it is October, or it is November now. But those are just some tips to help, jump your closet. This is supposed to be like the hot time. So far, I'm not as impressed with this first week of October or November. See, now I'm getting all confused. I'm not as impressed with this first week of November as I was when I was in October. I know we still have a lot of time to go, but I'm really hoping things start picking up because I'm not selling as many items as I was. I'm also getting a lot of questions, so I'm just giving you that as a feeler to think about when you're doing things for your closet. I'm getting a lot of questions about material, even if the tags are listed, and I've gotten some measurement things. Now, I will say, if you have time to measure, and if you have time to go ahead and list all the contents that are on the fabric, just do it. I am getting better at measuring my jeans. I always put my jean measurements, but I do not always measure my clothes because it's a lot of time to do that. But if you have the time, definitely do it, because I feel like it's gonna help your sales and your profits, because those are the kind of questions that people ask, and you can just avoid it. I just don't have that time, but I will do measurements when somebody asks, or I will go and pull the items. I try not to look at it as a burden, because that's a possible sale. I know it can be a pain sometimes, but I have made some sales, and then there are times where I haven't made sales. And I'm like, oh, I had to dig that item out and I had to measure it. But in the end, you know, it could benefit you. I do recommend always listing jean measurements, because those are, jeans don't always, if it says it's a 30, measuring the inseam and the rise is important, because the inseam could have been cut or and re-sewn or something like that. So those are just will help you make your sales and help you, you know, just avoid a little more questioning. The other thing I can tell you is really amp up your packaging. If you can, use tissue paper. I use tissue paper now. I didn't before. I've gotten a lot of really great comments this past month, notes about how they love my packaging. So now I'm using the tissue paper, and I put little washi tape. I guess I don't, yes I do. So I was using this washi tape this past like 2 weeks. And it's got like little like snowmen and bears and things like that on it. And I was using another kind last month, and then I put it in a bag, and then I'm also giving them like a card and things like that. So if you have the opportunity to amp up your packaging, definitely do, because I really think that makes a difference in your sales and a difference in your ratings. I know this isn't a super exciting video. I didn't have the ability to break everything down like some people do, but all in all, hitting the $1,000 mark from this month is absolutely amazing. Spending, I will say, probably less than, I'm going to give you a guesstimate, 15 hours-ish in the month being sourcing, listing, not these videos don't count. I would say that's probably as much as time as I spent, maybe a little more, but really I didn't, so I'm pretty happy. $1,000 for that amount of time is pretty great. So I hope some of these tips have helped you. I really wish you a happy end of the fourth quarter, because this month and next month should be pretty fabulous, as I'm keeping on the nose of being told. You will notice that when I do the end of my sales for November, I am going to include a little bit of eBay. It's not going to be a lot, because I've only done a few items, but that will be in my list of profiting. So it will be eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. I haven't sold a lot on Mercari either, so I don't think a lot of my sales are going to come from that, but that's quite all right. So thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, because I'd love you to join my little thrifting group. And I'm always open for questions, or if you have any comments or thoughts, please feel free to share them. I am also hopefully going to be doing some kind of Vlogmas, so we will see about that. I don't know. And happy November. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.